Lesson 53, ratio word problems. So whenever you are looking at a word problem that has a ratio in it, it'll say the ratio of birds to cows is 3:6 or something. First thing you want to do is make a ratio box. So make a ratio box. If you know how to do this, in all of your math career for the rest of your life, it will be so helpful. So on the ACT, ratios are the majority of the questions. So if you know how to draw a ratio box, you'll get them all right. It's the end of high school tests. Western colleges look at your score on those.
I plan on taking both ACT and
And yeah, that's a good one. So this is what a ratio box looks like. So it's just a rectangle divided in 4. And we have ratio above the first column, actual count above the second column, category 1. So whatever we're talking about, that category goes there, and category 2 goes here in this row. Then, if it's in a ratio box, you imagine lifting the lines of the box out and putting the numbers in fractions and putting an equal sign. Then you have a ratio or a proportion that you can solve by cross multiplying and dividing. So we're going to do an example word problem. So the ratio, oops, there's an I right there, of cats to dogs was 5:4. If there were 20 dogs, how many cats were there? So you may be able to figure this out mentally because they start out with kind of simple word problems, but they get more difficult as we go. So we're just going to get used to writing ratio boxes every time. So we're going to draw our box. We're going to put our ratio, our actual count. From here on out, I put AC for actual count. I just say actual count. And our categories. So we have to decide what is it we're talking about. What are the categories that have a ratio? Savannah, you're going to tell me what it was. Cats and dogs. Okay, now this is key. When you write your categories down, the very first one that you see is the one you write as category 1. So we have cats here. And then if you see the second one, so cats to dogs, we're going to put dogs second. That way we can keep our ratio in the correct order. So since cats comes first, then the 5 that comes first goes with cats. So there's 5 cats for every 4 dogs. And then the actual count, it says there's 20 dogs. So we can just put 20.
So it's like as if you're finding the missing number.
As if you're finding the missing number in a proportion. Yes. So then you lift the box out. There's no more lines. And you write 5/4, just like a fraction. Put an equal sign. Then you have your missing number, x over 20. So notice it's just like how it's written in the box. And we write a proportion. So we can either cross multiply, or we can see a factor of 4 that goes into 20 times 5. So we could do 5 times 4 is 20, but then we have to do 5 times 5 to get 25. So there are 25 cats. And that's the end of the lesson.